Alright, just testing out the autofocus. What is up, guys? Thank you for coming back to the CDtv channel. My name is Davian. I am a freshman here at the University of New Mexico. My major is film and digital arts. I am a film major. I love filmmaking. On this channel, we post music videos, vlogs, skits, everything you want. So consider hitting that subscribe button, and let's jump right into the video. So you clicked on this video, you want college tips. These tips are gonna be a little bit out of the ordinary because I don't really want those simple tips like, don't procrastinate, go to sleep early, nah. It's like tips that I wanted to know in high school, but you don't really know those tips until you actually go through the process. Luckily for y'all, I've been in college for 1 semester. I am still a freshman, but being a freshman, I can tell you what freshmen wanna know and what they can expect on campus, etc., etc. Especially during the pandemic of COVID. Everything's gonna get better soon, but I hope y'all enjoy the video and let's get on to the first tip. So the first tip that I have for y'all is if you live on campus, live on the first floor. Whenever I was looking at my dorm and like seeing which dorm that I wanted to go in whenever I was first picking my dorm, but I will tell you, after living here on campus, being on the first floor is honestly elite. The first few weeks, you're like, oh yeah, I'm in my dorm, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be lit, alright, I bet I can have everyone over, whatever, like, I'm free, I'm not at home. But then, after you get over that phase, you kind of start to get in this rhythm of like, damn, my dorm's all the way up there. And especially in moving day too, because like, whenever you're moving in and moving out, because you have to do that every semester or whatever, it can be a little bit complicated, especially if you have as much stuff that I do.
God damn.
It just gets more convenient after a while, whenever you want to go get breakfast, you just go in and out, get your bag. If you forget something like I do all the time, you can just easily hop back in your dorm, go get the things that you need to get, and that's pretty much it. So definitely living on the first floor. Tip number 2, actually has to do with the dorm again. Whenever I was looking at my dorm, I was like, man, I don't really want to live next to a restroom because I'm gonna be hearing people going in and out. I might hear them flush. I actually got the last dorm available in this hall. The only one that was free was the one right next to the restroom. The restroom is right here. See, I thought it was gonna be a curse. I was like, dang, I'm living next to a restroom. Like, I'm gonna be hearing people taking a shit and then people showering. I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. But after living here a while, that curse started to be a blessing. And here's why. If you drink as much water as I do, it's right there. And here's a good thing about this. Here's a good thing that I didn't even think about. I have a neighbor over here. His name's Arthur. Shout out Arthur. He tells me when I'm loud or if I'm being loud, you know what I'm saying? But over here, I have nobody. I don't have anyone below me. I have a friend on my right and I have no one this way. So I could be a little bit louder. If I want to be a little bit louder whenever I'm speaking in my videos, I can. Or, if I'm playing COD with the boys, I can turn that volume up just a little bit more. And if I'm being too loud, Arthur got my back. He'll text me if I'm being too loud, and that's pretty much it. But you don't want to walk all the way across the hall to go to the restroom. It's just an inconvenience, you know what I'm saying? Especially whenever you're trying to shower, you just want to get in and out of there, come back to your room, get in your little snuggie, and watch a little bit of Netflix. A personal tip of mine, try to be as close to the restroom as you can. It's just a convenience, guys. Just do it. Honestly, it doesn't do no harm. The next tip that I have for y'all is find a study buddy. Having a study buddy on hand is honestly the best thing that you can have being a college student. Good thing I have my buddy Carlo to help me out with work whenever, I'm struggling, whatever, especially math. Do not take surveys of mathematics. I hated it. Just don't. But try to find a study buddy. I know during the pandemic we're not having in-person classes, or at least most of my classes aren't in person. Actually, none of my classes are in person. But find a study buddy. If you're in a Zoom call, you can actually private message somebody in the chat. Say they're like, oh, he looks cool. You private message them. Hey man, do you want to be put in a group chat? Or 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, heck yeah, or at least get your snap or something. So just in case you ever need anything, you can hit them up, or vice versa, whatever. I just started up my 2nd semester and I just started doing that. I made 2 group chats in 2 classes. And I got a lot of ads, and you get a lot of friends from it, and just more people to know on campus. So it's pretty cool. The next college tip I have for you is get to know the people in your hall. Last semester, I tended not to really get to know the people in my hall or whatever. This semester, I really tried to bring myself out there and try to be more friends with the people in my hall. And honestly, this semester started off better than last semester because I came in with the mindset of wanting to have friends that are in my hall that was right across the street from right across the hall from me, and talking to them and having their snaps, in case you're being too loud and you don't want the RA to come knocking on your door, having them to keep you accountable, and you know, just the more college environment, especially during the pandemic right now. I know that it's very hard for us to hang out with people a lot because, you know, social distancing. So really knowing the people that you're living with is actually really beneficial. So be friends with your hallmates. And for the next tip, this one's actually a really big one. Get your gen ed classes out of the way ASAP. So I don't know if other people are like this, but I like to get all of my hard stuff done first, and then the rest of the time it just gets easier and easier and easier. Make your freshman year the hardest year so that you can get past it and it's the first thing out of the way. That's what I did, at least. And honestly, this semester is way easier than the first semester, and I honestly am like figuring out my time. I'm starting to look for a job because now I have the hard semester down pat, so this one's easier. So I don't know, everything just flows very smoothly. I don't know, why wouldn't you want to get the hard stuff out of the way, you know? The next tip I have for y'all is do not buy textbooks unless your professor tells you to do so. Go to class, ask the professor, are we actually going to be using these books? Do I actually have to purchase them? And if they say no, then you're golden. Last semester, I purchased like a few books. I didn't touch one of them. A bunch of those books were over $100. And another thing you can do is actually ask upperclassmen if they even use their books, or if they have a book on hand that you can buy from them or borrow from them. Hitting up upperclassmen is honestly a really good idea. They have been in your position before and they know the situation that you're in, obviously because they experienced it firsthand. Or even hit up your teacher and be like, hey, do you have an extra one on hand that I can have or borrow? My friend across the hall, actually, his name's Seven, shout out Seven. He hit up his professor and then she was like, oh, I have an extra book that you can literally have. So that is one tip that you can do. Hit up your professor hit up your professor for some books. Try to save that extra money. It'll be worth it in the end. So what supplies do I need in college? So if you're watching this, you're probably a senior in high school, and you know that being a senior, you have a lot of books, you have a lot of homework, you have a lot of things to carry in your bag. But literally the only thing that I have in college are these two things. I literally only have a binder that literally separates each of my classes with the separators. What are these called? Oh, a pencil. I've been looking for this, not even gonna cap. But I separate each class using dividers. This is actually an Avid method that I used. Shout out Avid. Very light, you put it in your backpack. Very cool. Also a planner, I'll get to that in a second. So the next tip I have is watch out with parties. I know this is like the part of the video where a lot of high school seniors are like waiting and like, man, get to the party part, get to the party part. But if you want it from an actual college student, do not go out every single night to go party, because you are gonna be wasting your time that you could be studying. I don't know, I just get anxiety whenever I don't do my work or study. So I'm always constantly studying and grinding and everything. So especially if you're drinking or anything like that, hopefully you're not, you're underage. Don't do it. God's watching you. Drinking and everything can like really take a toll on your body, and if you're not getting enough sleep, that's really bad because if you're gonna be a college student, you have to time manage your sleep schedule. So the next tip I have for y'all is picking classes. Try not to get the earliest class. I know damn well, you being a college student, you are not gonna wake up for that 9 a.m. class. I'd say the earliest that you should pick a class, which should be 10 a.m. because last semester, I think I had an 8:30 or 9 a.m. class, and I honestly never really went to it because it was just too early. But this semester I actually fixed that. I got a 10 a.m. class, and I think that 1 hour difference really does make a difference, honestly. My sleep schedule is getting back on track, so everything's just being like a little bit more easier. And also, whenever you are picking your classes, try to make them close together in time. If you have them spread out across the day, then you'll be working and it will feel like a drag the entire day. Try to wake up early too, because a problem that I had last semester was I woke up at like 2 o'clock every single day and stayed up to like 6 a.m. and it was honestly not the healthiest at all. Also, a side tip, use ratemyprofessor.com whenever you are picking your classes. I was in the instance of not knowing if I should go back to my old professors this semester or try out new ones. But I use Rate My Professor, and it tells you from real students that actually took the class that are rating their professors. RateMyProfessor.com is the sponsor for this video. Psych, I wish. But if you're trying to sponsor me, DM me or use my email, link in bio. RateMyProfessor.com is actually a really reliable source because it's people that actually took the class and know the position that you're in, and they'll tell you, oh, this teacher gives way too much homework, or oh, this teacher is really mean, or you know, hey, this teacher's freaking badass, like damn, she's an easy ass grader, take this class if you want to try to get an easy A. They'll actually say that, and they'll be real, and really look at them and do your research before you pick a class. Shut the fuck.
I was gonna talk to you about our trip to Utah.
Hey! We'll talk about this later, alright? But another side tip, write down a weekly goal and a daily goal, and actually try to make those things happen. My daily goal today was to film this video, and my weekly goal this week is to go to sleep every single day this week at 12 o'clock. And having those goals down, it really helps you and it builds you, and you set new ones, and then you're already getting in the habit of the old goals that you had. And you know, it's great. It's great. Write your goals down, have a planner, you'll be successful, don't worry. Guys, college is literally the time to make mistakes. This is the most freedom that you have with the least responsibility. So take the time, find new hobbies, find new friends, be outgoing, try new things. This is the time to be alive. And that concludes this video, my college freshman tips that I got for y'all. If you do want a part 2, let me know in the comments, or if you want another college related video, please give me ideas down below. Also, I'm trying to build a community out of this, so follow me on Instagram and Snapchat right here. I respond to every single message that I get, so feel free to ask me a question, whether it's college related or not. I really do enjoy making these videos, guys. I really want to help the community that I'm in, and you know, I know how it was being a high school senior, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how it is, and that pressure, and like, you know, you really want to know things. So please, guys, consider subscribing. I have a lot more videos on the way. I love every one of y'all. As always, peace, love, and positivity, and keep grinding. I will see you in the next video. Have a good ass day.